Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. WB Mason. Get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. By Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com today. Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. And by BuyAToyota.com for offers not seen on TV. Visit BuyAToyota.com. It's one of those baseballs on Utah Street from the great Mo Vaughn. Several from the Red Sox out there. William Brave's got one as well. The weather has cleared here. We had heavy rains a couple hours ago. And if you missed it, tomorrow's game scheduled for 4 o'clock has been set for noontime. That'll be the middle game of the series. Red Sox lineup will be brought to you by Plymouth Rock, and Jarren Duran is back in that leadoff spot tonight. Cedar Rafaela followed by Masa Yoshida, the DH. Contreras at first, Abreu in right, Story at short, Meyer at second. Durbin is the third baseman, and Narvaez catches and hits ninth.
Take a look at the Orioles starting pitcher presented by WB Mason, 27-year-old Brandon Young. You're going to see his numbers down in AAA. In 3 starts, went 1-0 with an impressive 1.08 ERA. That's for his arsenal. That fastball is going to sit around 94 miles an hour. He's got a good split to go with it, a little slider, sinker, and a curveball. Defensively, for the Orioles, it's going to be Colby Mayo at third base, Gunnar Henderson, Jeremiah Jackson up the middle, Pete Alonso at first base. Ward, the outfield left to right, it's Ward, Tavares, and Beavers with Adley Rutschman doing the catching.
Umpires tonight, Jansen Visconti has home plate. Andy Fletcher at first, Alex Tosi at second, and Corey Blazer at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. And as mentioned, the weather forecast vastly improved from a couple hours ago. Mostly cloudy, 71. Big front moving in tomorrow. The reason for the schedule change and the noon start. And Jarren Duran to lead things off. Roman Anthony missing his 3rd consecutive game with the back issue, the back spasms. Red Sox taking on a right-hander, Brandon Young. Big guy, 6'6", about 210. And set for the first pitch. And we are underway on ball 1.
Oh, Young had 3 starts down. It's Leo's last start down in AAA. He went 5 2/3 and no-hit ball, struck out 10. An impressive 3-start down in AAA this year.
Sharply hit, but just foul by Duran, which would have been a double for him easy.
Yeah, he had 1 outing earlier in the year, April 6th against the White Sox. Went 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs. Got sent down. And with Kramer going in the IL, they brought him up here to get this start.
27-year-old out of Texas. Red Sox coming off a 2-5 homestand. The 1-1 swung on and missed by Jarren, hitting 197 with a home run.
Is that splitter? It's a new pitch for him this year. He didn't throw it last year. That one there, probably not the good one. That thing was just sort of left up, looked like a little cutter.
Red Sox trying to flush those first 25 games and find their hitting stroke. Cedar Rafaela on deck. And the 1-2 will pop him up into center. And Tavares will make the catch for the first out of the ball game.
The Sox trying to find some offense in that first inning. Only 5 runs scored in the first inning all year long. A lot of ball games. Well, the Orioles are very similar. They're the same number. Just the Yankees are 22 runs in the first.
Cedar checking in at 257 with 1 home run. Red Sox with just 1 home run in their last 175 plate appearances, and that's going to be a first pitch out. And 2 down.
And we've seen a lot of that, right? And here's the thing. You want to be aggressive, right? You want to hunt middle. And Cora's talked about it. He's like, listen, if we're going to be aggressive and get good pitches to hit, we have to hit the ball hard. And you've seen a lot of aggressive swings 0-0 on pitches to hit that are just ground balls. Easy outs makes for quick innings.
Masa 262. And will his first home run of the year come tonight? Lefties love to hit in this ballpark. It's only 318 down the right field line. But a great batter's eye.
Great place to hit. More so in the summer, but when it warms up, the ball flies out of here.
In for strike. And there's the look out to center field. Still a gorgeous ballpark. Since the day it was built, Larry Lucchino had a huge hand in that and bounced up there. 1-2.
Can't believe it opened in '92.
Yeah.
I mean, it still looks so young. I remember playing on this end in the Jake. To be honest with you, I don't even know what it's called in Cleveland anymore. But two beautiful ballparks, new ballparks. It still looked really nice.
Still shine. And a pleasure to come here. Tremendous view at the warehouse. The center field. It's where Babe Ruth pretty much grew up. And a 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Exactly where they played him. And Henderson on target. Red Sox go quickly in the first inning.
Are you ready for this?
How do you like that?
He is going to be fun to watch.
A look at the Oriole lineup presented by Xfinity. Gunnar Henderson, a talented shortstop, maybe hitting 189, but he has 7 home runs. Pete Alonso, the new addition, he's only hit 3 playing first base, but he's warming up. But Kobe Mayo's hit some tape measure shots, so they've got some serious power in that lineup.
Yeah, up for Bayo now. Get that sinker working. Red Sox starting pitchers presented by BuyAToyota.com. 26-year-old Brian Bayo. It's been a tough start for him. Had one good outing out in St. Louis. The other 3, really no length. Too much traffic this year for Brian Bayo on the base paths.
A lot of walks. Henderson will take the first one in there. Strike 1.
Check out his arsenal. Still riding that sinker at 41%. The cutter's been a really good swing and miss pitch for him. Changeup, sweeper as well. Curveball mainly to lefties. Not many four-seamers at all this year.
High fly ball, deep right field. That's sailing way back. And a home run. Gunnar Henderson with number 8. Just like that, 1-0 Baltimore. His second career home run against Bayo.
One cutter. Mentioned the Orioles, just like the Red Sox, only 5 runs scored in the first all year. But 0-1 little spinner ends up right in the zone where you pretty much don't want it to go to Gunnar Henderson. He can spin on some breaking balls. I don't care what that average is. That's home run number 8.
And look out for this guy too, Taylor Ward. It's only 1 home run, but big power. Had 36 last year for the Angels. And drove in 103. 1-0 Baltimore. Up the middle, base hit. So the first 2 reach here against Bayo tonight in front of Adley Rutschman.
There's that home run pitch. Rutschman, just a notorious breaking ball hitter. Now the first pitch sinker inner half, but gotta get in there even more. Kind of let him feel that fastball in, get him off balance. If not, he just sort of sits breaking balls, and he's done it now for a few years.
Rutschman, the Baltimore catcher, with a base runner at first. Taking a strike. He returned this week from an ankle injury. Did so with a bang. Went 2 for 4 with a home run at Kansas City on Tuesday. They've had a lot of injuries. They've been snake bitten. Jordan Westberg, Zach Eflin, Ryan Mountcastle, Tyler O'Neill, Jackson Holliday. So that's a big reason they're 12-13.
Yeah, they're struggling a little bit. A couple of guys that, you know, are good hitters that are going to come around. Gunnar being one of them. And really, he's swinging the bat fine. He's just, his batting average isn't what it is. But in about 3 weeks, when he's hitting 260 with those homers, he'll be having a good start.
2 strikes on Rutschman. Alonso on deck.
When you came into this game, you're like, okay, you got to pound the zone, right? His last outing, he threw 8 first pitch strikes, faced 20 hitters. That's just not enough against Detroit. You know, use that sinker. Be confident in that sinker. Then you look up and see the Orioles, the 3rd in batting average and 1st in slugging versus sinkers.
1-2 a miss downstairs.
The first one was a cutter, but sinker to Ward, he just stays up the middle.
Bayo's thrown the ball well against the Orioles in his career. 4-2, 3.26 ERA. He's made 7 starts against the Birds. Swinging a drive out to right field. Abreu back. He's back, and it's gone again. And Bayo down 3-0 before he gets anybody out. And when it rains. Wow. His 2nd home run of the year.
Another sinker. This one up. Started him off with a sinker for a strike. Got the swing and miss on a sinker. Just kept going back to it.
Home run, base hit, home run. Conference on the mound.
Well, first 3 balls hit all over 100 miles an hour here off Bayo, and you know that sinker works when it starts in the middle of the plate, ends down and away. You get a lot of ground balls. But when you start it up and in and ends up middle high, you can get hit like that.
So that's even before Alonso gets in. Baltimore really stunned the baseball world by doling out $155 million for him, and lured a bona fide masher to Camden Yards.
Sure did. That sinker there is where you got to live. That's where it should be.
Alonso 38 home runs last year's final year with the New York Mets. He also drove in 126. Bit of a slow start, 213 with 3 home runs, but he's starting to warm up.
He's going to hit 35 to 45. Just kind of can put it in the bank.
Yeah, you would think. Anyway, he's hit 50 in the season. Popped up down the line. Abreu in, and Willier makes the catch. First out of the 1st inning.
Well, let's get to the Red Sox defense presented by CarShield. Caleb Durbin's back at 3rd base with Story and Meyer up the middle. Contreras will be at 1st. The outfield left to right is Duran, Rafael, and Abreu, with Carlos Narvaez doing the catching. Bayo's got one job to do. I mean, you got hit hard the first 3 hitters of the game. You're down 3-0. You got to get into the 5th. Maybe you leave it right here. Maybe you go 6.
Dylan Beavers, the right fielder, will smoke this one high and deep to right. That is going to be way out of here as well. Brian Bayo surrendering his 3rd home run of the 1st inning. 4-0 Baltimore. They are jumping all over Bayo. Home runs by Henderson, Rutschman, and now Beavers.
Remember that first sinker to Pete Alonso, the one that was down and in? Well, this looks just like the one that Rutschman hit. You can't live with sinkers on top of the zone. If you want to go on top of the zone, you got to throw that 4-seam fastball. It's not where he wants it, obviously. That's another cutter that's right down the middle and high.
Yeah, look out here with this kid's power. Samuel Basallo, the DH. He's had 3 home runs this year. Four nothing with 1 out in the 1st inning. Ground ball off the bag and fair down the line. Basallo heading for 2nd. Abreu up and gunning. The tag, he slid, and he's going to be safe. He's got himself a double, striking the bag.
When it rains. There's a ground ball down first base. Contreras is there for it. Hits the bag. Really pops over. Now Abreu kind of comes up and double pumps. I don't think it didn't get a grip on it right away. Yeah, good slide by Basayo. Went to that third base side of the bag to avoid that tag.
Andrew Bailey out to talk with Bayo and everybody else. It's their 4th extra base hit off Brian Bayo in the first inning.
As I mentioned, 25 games into the season, they've only scored 5 runs in the first inning. They got 4 right now. They're about to match it.
For all the talk about offense, the Red Sox rotation has a 4.88 ERA. That was before tonight, which is 25th worst in baseball. Taveras will take downstairs.
Which makes it probably the biggest disappointment. I mean, guys have thrown the ball well, the 2 rookies, Early and Tolley. And they weren't supposed to carry this thing. It was supposed to be the other 4.
This guy's hitting .327 with a couple of home runs.
Well, you're a single ball pitcher. I mean, you have to live thigh high and down, and everything has been belt high or higher.
Man at second. First time in Bayo's career he's coughed up 3 home runs in an inning. And a 2-1 pitch across for a strike. Leody Taveras with Texas and Seattle last year, who signed as a backup outfielder with the Orioles this year. Basayo leading at second. Orioles last year finished in last place, 75 and 87. And spent some serious money on a slugger. They expect to be in the hunt when everybody gets healthy. Three and 2. In 3 of his 4 starts, Brian Bayo has not completed 5 innings. And there's been a giant problem for him. Lined out to right. Abreu right there, barely has to move. And 2 down with a runner holding at second.
Well, coming into tonight, he had a 1.93 whip. Basically, 2 guys in an inning are getting on base. And this has been the problem all year long for him. Again, he had that 1 start against St. Louis, but the other 3, and now here the 4th. It's just, this is a little bit different, right? You normally get some traffic. This is 3 homers in the first.
Another guy here in Kobe May you better be careful with. 6'8", 225 pounds. He can hit it a mile, and he's been doing it lately. He belted 2 3-run homers over his last 2 games. One went .439, the other .452 against Kansas City. Orioles tonight looking like the Miami Hurricanes. 4-0 Baltimore. Runner at second. Went for the downs there. And a 2-1 to Mayo. He lays off, and now 3-1. Jeremiah Jackson, the number 9 hitter, on deck in the first. And a 3-1 to Mayo. He takes a strike.
You mentioned the four seam. That sinker up. Obviously, he's not trying to put it up there because the sinker up doesn't work. The sinker up gets hit like it has been hit. If you want to go up in the zone, the four seam fastball, it's a pitch that he threw last year. It's a pitch that was effective last year. He's throwing it 2% of the time this year.
Swing and a miss to strike him out, finally put an end to that. But 3 home runs by the Orioles. They lead it 4-0 after 1.
Welcome to the Surfside second inning. Baltimore on top 4-0 here in the second inning. And guys, just like you talked about, the third straight day that the Red Sox are missing Roman Anthony with that back tightness. Alex Cora told us today he was moving and feeling much better today. He said in a pinch he could be available off the bench. They could certainly use him. Hopefully at some point, though, he does play this weekend, but they aren't rushing him with this situation. Cora says it was a better day for him for sure. He says that that he's always available to pinch hit. Roman did tell us yesterday, guys, that this happened on a swing from Tuesday night. Now, I'm not a doctor, but it's in a weird spot, upper left area of his muscles and his scapula, he says, and neck area. He says he's not worried about it, though, but being very, very cautious as to not further injure himself, especially after learning that late lesson last year with the oblique, trying to push through an injury. So he hopes as well that this weekend he's in play.
Well, thank you, Dr. Webster. As Contreras gets in, Red Sox are trailing 4-0 here as the Sox come up for the second time. Contreras, Abreu, and Story as he checked his swing.
Narvaez, they both. I was always in the impression as a hitter you kind of want to hope nobody sees it. You don't ask to check. But they both asked.
Wilson trying to snap it 0 for 10. And the right-hander Young hits a foul ball here. Young called up from Norfolk to make the start tonight with Dean Kramer, one of their starters, going on the IL. Made his major league debut last year, pitched in a rotation again because of injuries, and that didn't go well. He was 1-7. Swing and a miss for strike 3, but he has good stuff.
A little slider there. Down and away. A lot of sliders to Contreras here lately. It was a pretty good one down and away. Hopefully Roman Anthony can get back out there. I know Cora said he's available. He said that after game 1. You knew he wasn't that first night. Tonight, whether he is or not, he's not going to tell you.
Abreu with a swing and a drive out to right. That's well hit. Bieber's back. He's back. And that ball's gone. Wilyer Abreu, a home run. His first in 19 games. His 4th of the year. Sox get 1 back. That'll make it 4-1. That Red Sox home run presented by your New England area Audi dealers. As Wilyer touches them all.
Well, nice short stroke there from Wilyer Abreu. That's nice to see. They've hit 1 home run in their last 175 plate appearances coming in. 180 right there, but gets the Red Sox on the board. Short stroke takes advantage. We're talking about attacking strikes early in the zone, putting an A swing on it, and he does just that.
Well, it is a ballpark conducive to swinging the bat. Maybe the spot the Red Sox can get it rolling. And a challenge here. ABS powered by T-Mobile. And it is a ball.
Good to see.
So that one overturned in the Red Sox favor.
Yeah, why not? 2.7 inches. That is good to see. The Red Sox hitters have not challenged much at all this year. Only 15 times now, 8 overturned. Compared to Baltimore, 33 challenges, 16 overturned. This is what we're talking about. Get pitches to hit early on. There's nothing wrong with being aggressive. You want to be able to hit balls down the middle. You don't want to take them. But you want to do damage when you get in a pitch to hit. And he does just that.
Story 186, 2 home runs. And this swing and the baseball going out.
Good place to hit. 4 home runs early already in this game. Usually it flies when the weather's warm. Not a cold night, though.
No, it was up around 78, 79 degrees today. And the showers came in a few hours ago and cooled everything off by about 10 or 15 degrees. 4-1 Baltimore, second inning. And Trevor takes a strike.
Well, I'll tell you, down 4-0 here. It's like, okay, wake the bats up. They can't go to sleep. We've seen this pattern early, right? Where you're down big and the bats just go really, really quiet. I'd like to see an offensive comeback here, right? Put some runs on the board. See if Bayo can hold it or bullpen can hold it.
3-2, a check swing, and he's going to take ball 4. They do appeal, no swing, says Fletcher. So the Red Sox have their second base runner in a row. Trevor Story will take the walk and bring up Marcelo Meyer. Checking out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel. For Story and Meyer, Marcelo has 1. And the first one to him downstairs for a ball. Little 3-game hitting streak for Marcelo, an RBI double in the second inning against the Yankees yesterday. There's 12 hits on the year. 6 of them have gone for extra bases. And Young gets a high fly ball, pretty well hit, but Taveras will get underneath it and put that away. And 2 down. Story back into the bag at first. And Caleb Durbin will hit next. Well, Durbin, a guy who could really use a string of big nights. 141, no home runs. He has 11 total hits on the season through the first 25 games. Story on at first. And a gentle ground ball at second base to throw on to first in time. Jackson with a rangy play. Red Sox get 1 back on the home run. Wilyer Abreu pouncing on 1 and makes it a 4-1 game as the Red Sox hit their first home run tonight. Baltimore hit 3 in the first inning. First time they've done that in the first inning since 2017. Jeremiah Jackson, who's hit 5 on the year, will lead things off against Bayo.
Here this kid's out. We got 19 RBIs, 295 filling in. Look at that. 368 guys in scoring position. That's how you get 19 RBIs.
They'll ground that one at short. Trevor Story in time to get him. 1 away, top of the order. Gunnar Henderson next.
We could use some quick outs. Get that ball down. Keep the ball on the ground, right? He's got a ground ball rate of 55.2%. That's 88th percentile. In the first inning, there wasn't a ground ball.
Well, it started with this man, Henderson, hitting it out of the ballpark. Went for it again there and fouled it away. His 8th home run of the season. Hit 17 all of last year. He's a guy who can run too. 30 stolen bases last season. Neither one of these teams run very much. The Red Sox certainly would like to by design. Got to get on.
Yeah, hit 17 last year. A down year last year for Gunnar. Given what he did in 24. 37 homers. That's where you want to miss, right there. If you're going to miss, because you'll get some swings on that pitch. You'll get the ground balls.
Henderson, the 2022 American League Rookie of the Year. Outstanding talent. And down low again.
Well, before that first inning, we mentioned that this team against sinkers has the highest slugging percentage in the American League. The pitch he hit was a cutter. The other 2 were sinkers that let her high. Those don't play.
Shot into right field, down for a hit. Wilyer cuts it. He's onto the warning track. Henderson with a turn. The throw is off the glove of Story, but the runner holds it first. And Henderson's 2 for 2. He's hit the ball hard twice. And well played by Abreu.
You fall behind 3-1 too. You come in with that sinker, and again, it's kind of starts in. You know, you're facing a sinker ball pitcher. If you're a lefty, you're looking for that ball to start kind of inner half or in off and turn on it. His down and away is the one that you're trying to avoid.
Taylor Ward, a base hit first time up. He was on when Rutschman hammered a 2-run homer. Required from the Angels. He sent the pitcher Grayson Rodriguez to Southern California. They got a slugger in return.
Sure did. His team was looking for some power and went out and got it. Taylor Ward, 36 homers last year. Alonso as well.
And of course, they have a former Red Sox, Tyler O'Neill, just coming off the IL with a concussion. And he's available tonight.
Yeah, look at that. That was last year. Both of these guys, he brought in almost 70 home runs in 2 guys. It was weird offseason like a couple years ago. You brought in Tyler O'Neill, right? And you lost Corbin Burns, and everybody thought Baltimore was going to take off. They didn't do anything. You know, this year, they got after it a little bit, especially with the bats.
There's T.O. Yeah, the 30 home run season. Well, a member of the Red Sox, almost thrown away. Good job by Contreras to corral that throw and keep it from getting by. Rutschman on deck. 4-1 Baltimore. Runner goes. Big jump and a base hit. Henderson was running anyway, so he's easily into third, although he dives in there. And here come the Orioles again with 1 out and back-to-back hits.
Very similar to his first at bat. He gets a sinker. It doesn't live letter high. It doesn't. And it's another sinker up. Got to get the ball down.
Rutschman blasted a 2-run homer in the first inning. He had a disappointing year last year. He certainly wasn't alone for the Orioles, but hit just .220 with 9 home runs. Injury this year. Last year, a career worst .673 OPS. 2 on, 1 out for the Birds here in the second inning, already on top 4-1. And he'll foul that back.
Yeah, a couple of down years. You know, back in 23, he was an all-star. Received MVP votes, Silver Slugger, and you just said, though, this is it. You know, he's a young guy, 25. He's the catcher of the American League. And then it slow decline. 24 dropped off. Still not a bad year, but last year you were wondering what you were watching at times.
Yeah, a former overall #1 draft pick. And they signed Basayo to that long-term deal. He's a catcher too. He's the DH tonight.
It was 8 years, $67 million. One of those. Saw you for a few weeks. Rookie, give you a little
what we
deal.
saw. Yep. Yeah. Here you go. Bank that. Be happy. First and third, 1 away. Little number off the end of the bat. Durbin will go into second. Got it out off the first. And not in time as the run scores. So Rutschman beats the wrap. And another run in.
Oh, Gunnar running at third base. Durbin elects to try to turn 2 and end this thing. Story coming across off the bag. I think Rutschman still might have beat this thing out. Get another one across.
5-1 Baltimore. Rutschman does pick up an RBI, and here's Alonso. Pete 0 for 1, a fly to right. I know there are a lot of Red Sox fans who are very interested in him with his power. Hit 264 home runs over 7 years as a New York Met. And a very popular player in New York.
Yeah, he was, but they didn't really try very hard the last couple years to keep him.
Did not.
You know, there's been 2 off seasons in a row. The one before just waited. They brought him back for that 1 year, and all that power and production. And this year they just let him go. I don't even know if they made an offer.
He'll pop that foul out of play.
There you go. You can bank on it. Talk about knowing what you're going to get. I was talking to some people from Baltimore. They were concerned about Gunnar and Pete Alonso. And I'm like, don't worry about it. Look up there in about 4 or 5 months. They're baseball card guys. The numbers are going to be there.
Alonso, the polar bear, 2-time home run derby champ.
Playing a good first base, too. Plus 3 defensive runs saved.
They're really happy with his defense. 2-2. It's inside. Pete with 1 New England connection. He played for the Born Braves on the Cape while at the University of Florida.
I'm an alumni.
You are.
Born Brave. And Katua Ketleer. I had a couple stops in the Cape League.
You're a Cape Hall of Famer. And the 3-2 runner goes. And chopped on the infield of Story. Plenty of time to get it over there to retire the side. The Orioles grab another run. They're on top 5-1 at the end of 2.
Tune in tomorrow at 11:30. Red Sox Game Day Live presented by Plymouth Rock. Get the latest Red Sox news plus a full preview of Garrett Crochet's start against the Orioles. Only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Game time originally tomorrow is 4:05, but because of impending weather and some rainstorms moving in, we'll start at noon for Game 2. Narvaez to lead it off in the 3rd. Red Sox trailing 5-1. Carlos .245, his first home run of the year yesterday against the Yankees in the 5th inning. And after the game, he said, I know it's early. We cannot make that our mentality. Excluding the shortened 2020 season, the Red Sox 9-16 record through 25 games is their worst record in 30 years.
Yeah, and I blacked out in 2020. That season didn't count.
I know, me too. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Young fans him. Funny how that happens. So you go back to 1996 when the Red Sox had a bad start, really bad start at 6-19. That team rebounded to win 85 games.
Well, that's the thing with this kind of start. Like, it's one thing if you're, 11-13, 12-13, but you start falling 8-10 games under 500 at the end of April. You can play great baseball just to get to 500.
Duran pops it down the line, right along the line. A diving play by Henderson. He almost made it. Boy, that would have been some catch down the left field line. Extending out.
He went a long way, too. Look where he is. I mean, he's over that second base bag. Stretch out. Great effort from Gunnar. That kid's a hell of a player. I mean, just offensively, power, defense, speed. Seeing Bobby Witt. I know Witt's kind of past him in a lot of people's eyes, but he's right there.
He actually got to that ball.
Yeah.
Jarren Duran delighted he did not make the play. 1 strike on him. He's 0 for 1 with a fly to center. Was 1 for 4 last night out of the leadoff spot. It's hard to believe the Red Sox went that entire series against the Yankees without back-to-back hits.
They got 2 hits in an inning once in 3-game series, and that was in that 9th inning when they scored a run in Game 2. He went up some good pitching. Listen, it was Mize, the young righty, he looked really good. Skubal, Fromber, he did get Flaherty. Then, you're getting Fried and Schlittler. I don't know if Gill was that sharp. It was just kind of hitting you at the wrong time. But 4 of those guys are some of the best pitchers in the American League. But you had opportunities you couldn't cash in. You're hoping you get away from those teams and bats would wake up here on this trip. We'll see.
1-2. He tried to hold and he did. Well, Alex Cora said it after last night. If you want to be a good baseball team in this league, you have to hit good pitching.
You got to hit in this division, period. I mean, you look at this Baltimore lineup and you had some power. You added Ward and Alonso.
2-2. Ground ball to base hit. Jarren Duran picking up some hits.
And now 5 for his last 9. Just the approach is so much better. You know, the toe tap, the hands are already high. They're not chest high and then moving them up. Too much movement in today's game. Just toe tap, gives himself a chance. Hitting a lot of fastballs the other way, allowed him to stay on this split pull side. It just looks so much better. I'd like to see more of those adjustments throughout this lineup. Change some things up.
Cedon 0 for 1. And Duran with his outstanding speed at first. He has 3 stolen bases, and major part of his value is that ability to shake it up on the bases. It's turning into a nice night here in Baltimore. It will not be a nice day tomorrow, though. And he'll pop it up on the infield right side. Alonso called off by Jackson, who makes the play. 2 down. I was always taught pink sky at night, sailors delight. Pink sky in morning, sailors take warning. Kind of pink sky right now, but the forecast is not good for them.
No, I was going to say. That's why that game got moved to noon.
Lovely right now. Yoshida 0 for 1. He's tapped to short. 5-1 Baltimore in the 3rd. And there goes Duran. Here's the throw down. He'll dive in safely. His 4th stolen base. We'd love to see that get really rolling for him. The speed game.
Yeah, it's a big part of this team. You know, it was supposed to be coming into the year. It's now only the 14th bag of the year, but you know, it's hard to steal bases when you're trailing. You know, usually when you're up 2 or 3 runs is when you put pressure on the defense. Here, Jarren just gets a really good jump and a good pitch to go on. He's got 4 in the year, but it's hard to take off trailing in games.
Now Massa due to crank one. Contreras on deck, a man in scoring position with 2 down. In there for a called strike. Sox with a home run tonight. That'll help that slugging percentage a little bit. And Brandon Young will get a little pop up here at 3rd. Mayo into foul ground. Red Sox get a man to second, cannot get him in, and it remains 5-1. Orioles on top 5-1. Last half of the 3rd inning at Camden Yards, and Dylan Beavers, who homered in the 1st, pops it along the line. Duran will pull up and make the play in fair territory. They in need of a fast inning. Gets the first man on 1 pitch here in the 3rd.
Get some length here, and you've given up 5. It's not exactly what you thought of when you started this ball game, but going to try to go 5 here and keep it where it is and hope this offense can wake up a little.
Brian Bayo lying 3 home runs in the 1st inning. Basayo with a double in that 1st. Just 21 years old from the Dominican Republic. And hammers that one on the line to right field. That's a deep shot, and that's gone too. Basayo with his 4th home run of the season. Already 4 of them tonight against Bayo to make it 6-1. Now was out of here in about 2 seconds.
He can't get the ball down. He just can't get the ball down here in these first 3 innings.
111 miles an hour off the bat.
You know, there's a back door. There's a little cutter, but
out of here quickly. Tavares 0 for 1. He's lined out to right, has to skip out of the way of that pitch. And Basayo, serious power, and this one going out.
He's getting 3 ground balls here in 3 innings, and that's just not him when he's going well. And right now, he's just fighting it. I mean, this is his 5th start of the year. He's hit 1 good one, and the other one's just really not competitive.
Sayo carrying that bat about halfway up the first base line before he flipped it. It's their 8th hit. And 5 of those have been for extra bases. So 6-1 Orioles. Bayo came in with a 6.75 ERA, which means he's been hit, but the walks had really crushed him. It's not been the case tonight. They've just been crushing.
Yeah, up to 8.57 right now.
The 4 home runs he's allowed tonight. That's a career high for Bayo. Allowed one of the first batter he faced, to the 3rd batter he faced, to the 5th hitter he faced, and another one here in the 3rd inning. 3-2. Rolled foul.
You have to wonder what he's thinking. And every day before the game, he's trying to say the right thing. It's a new day. It's how you got to do what you have to say in this game.
Ball 4. And here he comes. There's nobody warming in the Red Sox bullpen, so he's not out there to lift him.
Well, about to find out what he's thinking. You don't normally see a manager go out there and talk to him. Usually that's Andrew Bailey. I'm sure he said, I got this one. I need to go have some words with him.
The last Red Sox pitcher to allow 4 home runs was Garrett Crochet last September.
Listen, you're on the mound. It's a big league game. You get 3 outs in the 3rd, 1 out in the 3rd. They got a man on first, giving up 4 homers. Like, get a ground ball here, double play, end the inning. Try to give me a 4th inning, scoreless, quick innings. Like you're competing out here.
Now here's Mayo, the 3rd baseman. He struck him out the first time up. Runner goes. A strike, and the throw down will not be in time, but did he overslide it? Yeah, he did, and he's out. Tavares is very quick. He beat it by a lot, but he simply went by the base, and he was tagged out.
He beat this throw easy, but he just kept going. You see him, he's way past the base. Good job by Meyer, and you have to do it now with the challenge system. You get that tag on him and just leave it on him.
So 2 down. 1 strike pitch will miss. A ball and a strike on Mayo.
We've seen a handful of sinkers down in that area, which is where you want to live.
Well, with his pitching style, that's where he has to, right? The 1-1 fouled away. Too many elevated pitches tonight, and he has paid the price for that. Again, tomorrow's game has been set for noon. Originally, it was 4:05. Garrett Crochet will be on the mound against the tough left-hander Trevor Rogers. Conley early goes at 1:35 on Sunday. Hard hit, base hit past the diving Durbin. And another one in the hit column for the Orioles. That's 9 hits already. As Mayo is aboard.
A sinker at 97 too. Started out her half, came back, just got a little bit of the plate, started off the plate.
Jeremiah Jackson 0 for 1. He is grounded out to short. Playing second base with Jackson Holiday injured right now. And he's done a really nice job for these guys. They brought him up last year. And he's in the hole 0-2.
Well, 8 hard hit balls here so far against Bayo. During the third.
Two men out and the 0-2 on the way to Jackson. Ground ball right at Durbin. He'll gobble that up and go for the force play to retire the side. Another home run for Baltimore, their 4th of the game. It is 6-1. Top 4 in Baltimore, 6-1 Orioles, as Wilson Contreras will lead it off. He struck out first time up. Baltimore's out hit Boston 9-2. Behind the right-hander Brandon Young. Contreras, Abreu's story in this inning. Wilson skidding at the moment over his last 11 as he takes a strike.
This is the type of game 6-1. There's been a few of these where too many empty at bats. It's like too many guys in this lineup trying to find a rhythm, trying to find something going. You got to take advantage of it. Sometimes baseball can be a selfish game. And offensively, you want to try to find your swing, what you're looking for, stick with your approach.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. 95-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Get Wilson for the second time. Wilyer Abreu to climb in, homered in the second.
Well, one big hit you got here. It's the four-seam fastball, inner half. Nice little short stroke, quick. Number 4 in the year for Wilyer.
First one in about 3 weeks for him. Trevor Story to follow. And Young with the 0-1. Foul ball.
Well, 2 for 6 in his last couple. I think he's in the last 3 or 4 games. I think there's been some more hard contact. Just before that, there was that 6 for 40, right, which brought all his numbers down. But some hard contact mixed in right at people. Getting his hits here now in the last 2-3 games.
Pop foul. That'll keep on drifting. Mayo to give it a look. It's off into the stands. Red Sox came into this contest last in the majors in home runs. The last Red Sox team to finish in the basement of the majors in home runs was 1934. They hit 51 home runs all year, fouled away.
I just don't think that's this lineup. You know, I know you don't have a 40 home run guy in there. Maybe you have a 30. Going in the year, maybe you thought Abreu might break out, but it's a breakout. He's never done it before. And right now, it's just kind of going bad up and down.
He hangs in there with a foul ball. 0-2. Big swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back Ks by Young in the 4th.
Goes to the split finger fastball. Gets that ball, just sort of disappears on him.
Young had a rough year last year. 1-7, 6.42 ERA, but he did inspire Baltimore on a couple of occasions. One of those was in July when he tossed an immaculate inning against the Mets. 9 pitches, 9 strikes. And then in August, he came within 4 outs of a perfect game in Houston, eventually allowing a base hit, 1 hit in 8 innings. One ball, 1 strike on Trevor, who drew a walk in the second.
It's a big start for him. He's a Texas boy. But that one kind of came out of nowhere. That scoreless outing. He gave up 6 the outing before and then 7 the outing after. But obviously with this offseason, brought the split-fingered fastball in and threw a good game earlier in the year, went down to AAA, carried it over.
It'll pop up, flared into center field, and it'll fall in for a base hit. Trevor Story will take that with 2 down. Red Sox have their 3rd hit. This comes with 2 away. And it brings up Marcelo Meyer.
Trying to get a couple hits here in an inning, right? I mean, it's still 6-1. I don't know what the feeling is like when you've seen this offense here recently, but it's still 6-1 in the 4th. There's still a lot of time.
Yeah, it's also Camden Yards. In particular for left-hand hitters, it can play like a bandbox. Marcelo with a 1 home run on the year so far. Ground ball to the second baseman. Jackson will gobble that up. That'll retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. Last half of the 4th inning with the Orioles in front 6-1. And the top of their order, Gunnar Henderson, who's been right in the thick of it with a home run and a base hit. He has scored 2 of those runs. Orioles lead-off hitter. They have knocked Bayo around to the tune of 9 hits and 4 home runs tonight. Henderson, Ward, and Rutschman due up in this inning. Baltimore trying to get to 500. They're 12-13. And a 2-0 pitch from the righty. Cross for strike. Kind of hard to believe, but the Red Sox last night recorded a season high 17 strikeouts. And lost the game.
Well, I'll tell you, give me a 3-game series at home against the Yankees and you give up 4 runs in each of them. I would have told you would win the series. You know,
yeah.
The pitchers had something to do with it, Fried and Schlittler and Heel, but
grounded foul. It's such a waste of an electrifying performance out of Peyton Tolley.
yeah, it is for the game, not for the kid. You know, I mean, it was impressive. He'll be out there now, you know, in this rotation. Sonny Gray on the IL. Sonny made the trip here too, so hopefully that's a short stint and he can get back in there when he can.
2-2 fouled off by Henderson.
It was electric last night. 11 punch outs, 6 innings, big strikeouts to end some innings, got out of some jams.
It really had Fenway behind him too. Right away, 5 strikeouts to the first 5 Yankees. And Bayo goes to 3-2. He had it going. The breaking stuff was outstanding. And a payoff pitch to Henderson. And foul tip to the mitt, struck him out.
I think that was the most impressive thing really from Tolley last night was the first inning that, you know, first couple innings, that fastball was so electric as Bayo gets this sinker by him. But as the game went on, you saw that velocity come down. That 6th inning, you're like, is he going to go back out there? Well, he does, and he pitches, right? It's the curveball, the changeup, or the cutter. And he beat him with secondary stuff, which you never would have been able to probably say last year.
Right. Really pitched.
He's in pro ball for the first year last year. So one off season, came into camp, showed that as well. More of a pitcher now, too. Go with the power.
Yeah, it was touching 99 early in that game. Base hit, slammed through the left side by Ward. He's perfect tonight, 3 for 3. And already with 1 out in the 4th inning, they get to 10 hits. So he's not missed a lot of bats tonight, Brian Bayo, and that'll send up Adley Rutschman, who's homered and actually driven in 3 runs already. Runner at first and 1 away. 6-1 Baltimore. Rutschman with his 2nd home run of the year in the 1st inning. And a runner at first base. Ward gets back. Red Sox tonight beginning their 3rd road trip of the season with 2 stops, Baltimore and Toronto. Baltimore, the home of the crab cake. You can get the best crab cakes in America right here. There's also a great place in town, Little Italy. Some tremendous Italian restaurants. We have visited all of those when Joe Castiglione was broadcasting Red Sox baseball all those years. He introduced us to so many great spots. Big swing and a miss by Rutschman. Ward off the bag at first. Bayo looking for that ground ball. Instead, a high drive down the right field line. Man, you got to be kidding me. Another one gone. Rutschman for the 2nd time. That's a 2-run homer. 5 home runs against Bayo in this game for the Orioles. That is 5 in less than 4 innings. And they blow it open 8-1. Huge night for Rutschman. He's driven in 5.
Looks like a little cutter down and in. Kind of similar to the one that Gunnar Henderson hit in that 1st inning. He's a little off balance there, but still put a good swing on it. 8-1. Look at this swing. A little out in front, a little off balance, but he stays through it, back legs it. No doubter off the bat.
Rutschman just off the IL this week. Looks like he's healthy. Alonso has gone 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out to short.
Giovanni again going to be asked to give a lot of innings. You know, you'd love to be able to bring him in as a lefty out of the bullpen, but once every 3 or 4 days, he's got to go 3. Turn into a long guy and be valuable in other roles.
They've hit 5 home runs and Alonso has not hit one, but he's going to drive a base hit into left. It's been a hit fest. You know, the hope was coming to Baltimore would certainly help the Red Sox ailing bats, but it's lit up the Orioles instead.
Yeah, and again, I mentioned it's a good sinker hitting team, but that one there to him and Ward both just again about letter high. Sinkers don't want to work up there.
Here's Beavers. He has hit a home run tonight and also popped up. One of 5 home runs the Orioles have hit. This ties a career high for runs allowed by Bayo, and another base hit. Beavers knocking that one into right field. When will the hook come?
Right now.
Right now. So the night over for Bayo as he gets blasted. And the Orioles lead at 8-1. Moran coming on to relieve him, and another short outing for Bayo. It's been the story of his season. We'll take the break. Bottom of the 4th inning. A couple of men aboard. 8-1 Orioles. Brian Bayo's pitching line presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. 13 hits in 3 1/3. And not on that line, 5 home runs.
Still responsible for a couple more runs here on the base paths. You have 11 hard hit balls. That's over 95 miles an hour. As a matter of fact, average 96.3. Now you got Giovanni Moran here. He's done a nice job for him, but like I said, been a valuable lefty out of this bullpen, but too many times he's asked to come in here. He's going to have to do it again, right? Try to give me 3. Just seen a lot of these guys. Jack Andersons, Ryan Watsons, Giovanni having to give you length. You're just not getting any length out of this rotation consistently at all. Only one time through, really.
Now 2 aboard for Basayo. Goes after the first pitch and pops it up at third for Durbin. Infield fly rule taking effect. 2 down. So hopefully we will hear from Bayo afterwards. See what is on his mind. And a brutal game tonight. Taveras has lined out and walked. Runners at first and second, 2 away for the Orioles. And a fly ball, well hit right field. Abreu though with room, and William makes the catch. Side retired. Yet another home run in the inning for Baltimore, on top 8-1.
Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox trail 8-1 here in the 5th. And with Jarren Duran in the hole this inning, Lou, your observations were keen with him making that mechanical change to his swing that he brought into the game on Wednesday night and continued. He said if he's ever struggling, he has the toe tap in the toolbox to get back to, and it's been good so far for him. He also was really honest with me about one of the things he believes is creating the offensive lulls with this group. He says it's the pressure that they've been putting on themselves because in Boston, they want to produce for the fans and produce for each other. He mentioned the big legacy that the Red Sox have. He says even when you try not to put pressure on yourself, it's there. Duran said the work we see is happening. The work behind the scenes is happening as well. He says sometimes we got to stop trying to please everybody and just make ourselves proud. The feeling inside those walls, guys, is this team will hit eventually, just waiting for that to finally come through.
Well, it's usually the way it is, right? You wait for that one big ball game where you get 14, 15 hits, 9 runs on the board.
Durbin with a ground ball at third. Mayo across the diamond, skips it, a wild throw. He's going to be safe at first.
I saw those comments from Jarren, and it's true. You go out there and you got a team that's pressing, and be a little patient. We're having some quick pitch innings, and all of a sudden it's a fastball down the middle. Okay, now I got a hit. Now you're chasing sliders. When you're going well and you want to take a pitch, it's ball 1. It's ball 2. When things are going bad, you want to just see a pitch to get comfortable. It's strike 1. You mentioned before the work. We're out here early BP at Fenway Park. There's 8 guys in the cage trying to figure this thing out underneath and watching video. It's just been a struggle to get results.
It is ruled a base hit for Durbin, by the way. Safely on to begin the 5th inning. Red Sox with their 4th hit. Caleb's a guy who can run. He hasn't been able to show it very much.
Well, that's the thing. You're down 8-1. You shut down the running game. You're not going to get thrown out trying to steal a bag down 7.
Red Sox have not done a whole lot of running, period, this year. Do have a stolen base when it was a closer game earlier. And a base hit to right. The Red Sox have just put back-to-back hits together.
Well, this night's turned into a selfish one, right? It's turned Giovanni Moran out there trying to put up zeros. Continue to lower that ERA. These hitters are trying to get up there. I love this from Narvaez. He's really looked a lot better here recently after that 2 for 23 skid the last 3 or 4 games. Swinging the bat well, getting back to right field. He's got the home run to go with it. And Jarren's looked a lot better here as well last 3 nights.
Tonight, 1 for 2 with a single. And he'll look at a pitch downstairs for a ball.
That leg kick in the hands at the chest, and you raise him way high, and a big leg kick to go with it. Just a lot of action. You could tell he wasn't seeing the baseball. Strikeouts were piling up. Whiff rate was piling up. This just looks simpler. It looks more controlled. It looks like he's seeing the ball more now. It's not going to be guaranteed results, but he has looked better.
High fly ball that's well struck. Tavares going back, so is Ward. Ward will make the play. It's a very deep left field here. Durbin will tag up and go from second to third. And it's the first out in the inning. It's 363 out there when it starts to angle. 376 and then 410. Used to be a chip shot to left in this ballpark before they backed up the fences.
And then you got that awkward straight left field. That fence goes way back.
Rafaela 0 for 2. Again, no reason to throw a parade. Red Sox getting back-to-back hits in this inning, but they didn't do that at all in the Yankee series.
Once in 3 games.
8-1, 5 home runs for the Birds. And in for a strike.
Here we go. Situational hitting. I don't care what the score is. 0-2 count, first and third. They're the big part of the park. Make contact. Get the runner in.
At short, Henderson to Jackson. On the first. Safe. And a run does score. Durbin across the plate. Makes it 8-2. And no challenge.
Well, we got the desired result, but it got it done. Got the runner in. And especially behind 0-2, put the ball in play and just use your speed down that line. He beats this thing out.
So Yoshida trying to keep it rolling here. He's 0 for 2. 2 down. And on the infield, taps that one to Jackson to retire the side. Red Sox get another run. 8-2 Baltimore. CBS is proud to be part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond a prescription. You can learn more at CBS.com. Our score 8-2 Baltimore at the midway point tonight at Camden Yards. Brian Bayo knocked out after 3 1/3, allowing 5 home runs. Kobe Mayo to lead it off here for the Birds. He's gone 1 for 2 with a single. And then Jeremiah Jackson, who was part of a freak accident a couple of weeks ago when he fouled a line drive that struck his manager, Craig Albarnez, in the face. There's a swing and a high drive, deep left. Duran's back at the wall, turning. See you later. It's been a home run hitting contest tonight for the Baltimore Orioles. That is their 6th home run of the ball game. Nine to 2.
Down and got this changeup. First home run he's given up on that changeup. It's been really good for him the year. Guys hitting 188 off of it. Just a little bit too much of the plate. And he mentioned this guy's got a lot of power. Big kid. Has always had it throughout the minor leagues. A long way out there in that spot and left.
6'8", 225 pounds. A couple of tape measure shots in Kansas City. And that's a poke. Ground ball to the middle. Story will fire on and get him. Jackson retired, 1 away. Top of the order, and Gunnar Henderson. 14 hits for Baltimore, 6 of them over the fence.
Only many games doing that. They're making this sort of feel like it's midsummer, hot and humid here in Baltimore.
They are.
6 homers.
Their lineup is not entirely whole. They don't have Jackson Holiday. They don't have Tyler O'Neill right now in the lineup. They don't have Ryan Mountcastle. They're missing some home run hitters. They've got even more guys who can hit it out of the park. Gunnar Henderson hit one in the first inning to lead off the game for Baltimore. He's gone 2 for 3.
Tyler just activated 7-day concussion. IL.
He actually fainted at home. Going to be inside. It's been a little while for him coming back.
I don't know where he fits. Is it? Basayo's in there DHing tonight, so maybe plays against lefties because Ward's out right. Alonso first base, so Basayo is not going there.
Golfed high to right, not terribly deep. Abreu in, still coming, and Willier there to make the catch. 2 down. Taylor Ward will march up to swing. He's 3 for 3.
Having a nice night. All hard singles through the infield. Scored a couple times already as well. I mentioned those 36 home runs. Really impressive thing. His strikeout rate's down to like 16%. Last year was a ton. 27%. Struck out a lot, but hit a lot of homers. You'll take it. But when you're hitting homers and getting your singles and not striking out, that makes you really dangerous.
A great look from on high there, Camden Yards. The 1-0 a miss. 2-0 on Ward. Rutschman would hit next if given the opportunity. A run in, base is empty.
Again for a violation there.
That's a timer violation. Means it is a ball. And a count 3-0. And the left-hander Moran pumps in a strike. Bayo only on the bump for 3 1/3. And charged with 8 of the runs. And that'll be ball 4. Ward's good night continues, on base for the 4th time.
Yeah, unfortunately for Bayo, it's the 2nd time this year he's gone 3 1/3. Well, last time he only gave up 4 runs, but Milwaukee. Adley Rutschman, that's a sinker up in the zone. That's the first home run, a 2-run shot, make it 3-0, and then this little cutter down and in. That one there made it 7-1 at the time.
Rutschman has never homered 3 times in a major league game. And no foul.
Looking like he's putting together another year. Trying to clock back a few years. Just missed those 10 days IL stint, that left ankle inflammation. 2 for 4 last night. A big night here tonight.
Ward the runner at first, and 2 gone here in the 5th. And tomorrow an earlier start time than it says on your schedule. It's going to be at noon tomorrow because they have changed the start time from 4:05 to noontime. And Garrett Crochet trying to solve his puzzle on the mound against fellow lefty Trevor Rogers.
Got a lot of eyes on him tomorrow. See if he can finish out an outing. Right, Minnesota, it was what it was last outing. Man, for 4 2/3, he struck out 8, gave up 1 run, punched out 2 in a row. Then all of a sudden, it was solo homer, walk, single homer, and kind of left wondering a little bit because he couldn't finish that outing.
Fouled off again until that last inning, though. He was dominant.
With 2 outs in the 5th. we were saying this is exactly what you wanted to see, the rebound from Minnesota. I mean, it was 8 strikeouts.
I think he was very happy with it till the end.
He just fell behind a couple of hitters, and he paid the price.
Rutschman check swing and a gentle roller. Meyer has to charge it, flip it, and got it there. Almost bowled it over there to first, but in time. Another home run. Mayo hits one out, 9-2. The Orioles. Top of the 6th inning, 9-2. The Birds in command here in game number 1. Wilson Contreras just looking to make some contact. He has struck out his first 2 times up. It's been a home run fest for Baltimore if you're just tuning in. They've hit 6 tonight. And they have actually, look at this, their announcement in between innings, they've actually run out of fireworks for the home runs due to too many Oriole home runs.
Wow.
Their franchise record for home runs in a game is 8. Twice they have hit 7 in a game against the Red Sox, most recently in 2016, also in 1967. I don't know if they ran out of fireworks then.
Can't run out of fireworks, can you?
Not supposed to. Not a great look.
You got to be prepared.
You got to be confident.
What do you think of these unis?
They remind me of the Miami Hurricanes. I'll bet you Alex Cora loves them.
Oh, yeah, he probably does.
Fouled at home plate.
I was asking where the green came from. You know, I just like the Baltimore Oriole orange. Apparently it's matched the seats here. Connect with the city.
Okay.
Got to match your seats, though. I don't know if I like the green involvement. I keep reading Schmores when I see the jersey.
I know it. Swing and a miss. Oh, down he goes for the 3rd time on strikes. Tough night for Wilson. And 1 out in the 6th.
Tomorrow on Dining Playbook, you go inside one of Boston's iconic landmarks, Newbury, Boston, where nearly a century of history meets modern luxury. Tune in tomorrow morning at 9, only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360. It's presented by your New England Chevy dealers.
Wilyer Abreu, a home run and a strikeout tonight. His 4th of the year. Base is empty, 1 out in the 6th. And hammered foul. Red Sox with 5 hits in the game. They had 4 last night, 5 on Thursday, 4 on Tuesday, only 6 on Sunday. Trevor Story on deck. And again fought off foul. And Brandon Young fires. Again, he hangs in there. Wilyer Abreu on a foul. Garrett Crochet going tomorrow against Trevor Rogers. Connolly early on Sunday afternoon. Connolly with a 2.88 ERA.
Another good one tomorrow. Rogers throwing the ball well. Last year, kind of a breakout year. Everybody's waiting for him to kind of find it down in Miami. Came over here and put it all together last year. He and Crochet.
Connolly early getting Kyle Bradish as an opponent on Sunday. And the Red Sox head to Toronto. 3 games against the Blue Jays, who have had their own problems. 10-14. 7th pitch of this at bat. Hammered down the line, slicing for the corner, and that's a fair ball. Up against the wall into second base, Wilyer Abreu. And at the very least, some promising signs here lately out of Wilyer, doubling a homer tonight.
Yeah, looking a lot better here the last 3, and I love this too. Going the other way, there's too many 3 strikes on that outer third to some of our lefties, and here, this one here, he just stays on top of it and really drives this ball the other way, and that's good to see. Second hit of the night.
So Story trying to pick him up, Trevor, with a walk and a base hit. Red Sox with half a dozen hits to 14 for Baltimore.
Dropped that single in that first inning, but stay with right field. That's when he had that good 9-game stretch, hit .314, drove in 15 of the 17 RBIs. Just stay with that approach. It's really been hot and cold, right? First 8 games, hit 108. In last 7 games, 120. Had that 9-game stretch in the middle.
.286 with runners in scoring position, and takes one just low.
So that's how you get 17 RBIs.
Always been a streaky hitter, but had a lot of hot streaks last year. Kind of shaking that hand after that swing. 2-2.
26th game of the year right now, and Trevor Story has yet to challenge a pitch. Like I said, offensively not very aggressive. As a team, not very aggressive. They won one earlier, but the 29th challenge, 15th overturned. Baltimore's challenged 52 times to your 29.
I wonder too if it's a veteran thing. A lot of guys who have not been exposed to ABS at all at any level. It's brand new to so many guys, but older guys like Trevor. 3-2 fouled away.
Yeah, I think there is. Contreras too. Although he was really good at it in spring training earlier in this year, I thought there was one for him to challenge against Schoolboy, if you remember, strike 3 call.
Oh yeah.
But I think a lot of hitters have just their entire careers, they've taken a pitch they've disagreed with, walked away upset about it, not agreeing with the umpire, and sort of almost forgetting because they've been doing it for so long.
Sure.
And he and Contreras are the only ones.
Swinging a high fly ball. That's pretty deep, but Tavares is back there to make the play. And tagging up Wilyer Abreu. He'll advance into third, stop there, 2 down in front of Marcelo Meyer. So the Orioles getting their bullpen active. Young pitching into the 6th inning. He's gotten all sorts of run support obviously tonight. Marcelo Meyer will be next. And Marcelo with a fly out and a ground out to second so far tonight.
Well, Young is throwing the ball well for them. You wonder how much the Sox offense had to do with it, but kind of that split really kept them honest. Good slider. There's that split there.
Man at third.
A couple of good takes by Marcelo. That bottom of the zone, being able to control it, not swing and miss. Off speed's been a struggle for him as far as the numbers go, but laying off a couple splits down is a good sign for him. Just looking for improvement every day.
A base hit here, and the Red Sox will have scored as many runs as they scored in the entire Yankee series. Yankees went on to Houston after sweeping Boston, and they lead Houston right now 4-1 in the second inning. And Brandon Young home with a 2-2 and shot toward the gap. Beavers on the move, not going to get it. That's going to drop and skip up against the fence. That will drive in Abreu. Marcelo Meyer into second base with a well struck double to make it 9-3.
Yeah, it gets a split up here from Young and just drives it, which is really good to see. You know, we start looking at Marcelo, the fastball. Listen, he's hitting 345 off the fastball. And this looked like a split that was up. It's only his third hit. He came into this game 2 for 30 on everything other than a fastball. But he gets an RBI double here, and that's split up.
On the night over for Brandon Young. Alvarez takes the baseball away. He'll go to Cano out of his bullpen. And Young just inserted into the rotation because of injury. Pitched a strong game. 9-3. Orioles in command. More in a moment.
Show your Asian American and Pacific Islander pride Friday, May 1st at Fenway Park. Fans who purchase this through this special are going to receive an exclusive Red Sox AAPI Celebration soccer jersey. Get your tickets at redsox.com/AAPI Celebration.
Well, the Orioles with all sorts of offense tonight, and Young, the starter, goes 5 2/3, giving up 3 runs, 7 hits, struck out 5 men. Yennier Cano will come out of the bullpen. 2 down, and Marcelo Meyer just ripped a double for an RBI. He's at second.
And Cano making his 13th appearance, having a nice bounce back year. 1-on-1 with that 2-1-6. Get that whip, not giving many runners on base. Only 1 walk. That's a big thing for him. Had some control problems in the past.
Caleb Durbin with a check, and it's down and in. He has a base hit tonight, infield single, and he has scored a run.
This is a power sinker. It's like a bowling ball, about 94. Velo's down a little bit what it was 2 years ago, but gets a ton of ground balls. Split end slider.
In play at short, Henderson gobbles it and gets him to retire the side. Red Sox grab a run. 9-3 Baltimore, middle of the 6th inning. Problem gambling is like any other addiction. You can learn more at mass.gov/problemgambling. Last half of the 6th inning. Lou Merloni, Dave O'Brien, and Jemai Webster with you from Camden Yards in Baltimore. 9-3 the Orioles. Pete Alonso 1 for 3 as one of those hits, a single. And then Dylan Beavers, who has a home run, one of the 6 hit by the Orioles tonight. And Kittredge warming in their bullpen. Red Sox starter Brian Bayo only got 1 out in the 3rd in the 4th inning before he was lifted.
Yeah, offensively trying to take some baby steps. Some good signs from Abreu. Meyer with that double. Got 3 runs on the board, 7 hits, but Bayo didn't give you much of a chance here. 3 1/3, 9-8 earnings.
Two-two to Alonso. Fouled away. Pete with tremendous power. His rookie year with the Mets, he hit 53 home runs. Major league record for a rookie. And he'll cut and miss here. Down he goes, strike 3. 1 down in the Baltimore 6th inning in front of Dylan Beavers.
Kind of strange looking at this lineup, thinking this hit 6 home runs and kept him off the board.
Yeah, both him and Taylor Ward, neither one of them have homered. Although they do have a number of hits between them. Beavers a home run and a base hit. He's 2 for 3.
Giovanni trying to do his part. Game 1 of this series, you got an early game tomorrow. The more length he can give you to kind of keep that bullpen out there fresh.
Well, a lot of intrigue surrounding Garrett Crochet's start tomorrow. It typically has not been the case. It's been more like, how much can he dominate on his day to pitch? But that's not the first thought in mind tomorrow.
No, a lot of intrigue. We said that last outing against Detroit was probably the first time he took the ball where you weren't really sure what to expect.
Softly hit. Durbin with a bare hand throws across, not in time. Third hit for Dylan Beavers, an infield single with one away.
And Durbin had no chance. Sometimes you're better off just kind of holding this. All that can happen is throw it offline, bare hands it. Beavers can run down that line. Contreras does a nice job coming off that bag, just anticipating could be anywhere. So he comes off of it. No chance.
Yeah, I think it's a great point because you just expect 7, 8, 9 innings out of Crochet, one of the great pitchers in the game, and to see him, toe the slab tomorrow with an unsightly ERA of 7.88, so weird.
Well, we thought that last outing was the start of lowering the ERA, right, as the year went on, and it went up actually.
Did. Basayo to double and a home run. Baltimore 15 hits tonight. And Garrett will be pitching a little bit earlier than he anticipated. 4 hours earlier. That'll be a noon first pitch here at Camden Yards tomorrow.
I think that last outing just goes to show you. I mean, he's one of the great pitchers in the game. But when you lose count leverage and in this league and you fall behind 2-0, 3-1, you walk a guy in 4 pitches, no matter how good your stuff is, sometimes some teams are going to make you pay, and they did.
Socked down the left field line. That's going to drop in, cut off by Duran. On his way to third is Beavers. Throw comes into second, and that's going to be in time to cut down Basayo. He wants a challenge. Calling for one immediately. He is ruled out at second base, which would be the second out of the inning, but they are going to challenge this. They want to take a look at the play at second.
On the field at second base is out. Baltimore's challenge.
You see this tag. I thought Duran did a nice job of cutting this ball off and getting it to second. Keep that double play in order. And Basayo, let's see what this tag looks like. To get that right foot in early, he wants to challenge. Obviously, they are. They're going to take a look at it. Let's get a better look here. Yep, that right foot got in, but did it pop off? That's the only question. There's no question that the right foot hit the base first. Did it come off the bag at all? Because it looked like he hit that bag pretty hard.
But if he did pop off, was there a tag on him at the time? And let's see what comes back from New York and the replay command center. If Basayo is safe, if it's overturned, that'll be his third hit of the third extra base hit of the game.
And the foot does come off at the end, but I think the tag is already off of him. Right here, he keeps the bag, but right there it comes off. That's why now in this game, like, you get this tag down on him, you keep it on him the entire time. Back in the day, it was just a swipe tag. Swipe tag, try to steal one once in a while, right? Sure. You can't really do that anymore.
I'm taking a long look here, too. So he's ruled out.
That's the important one.
Yeah, they've got to have the evidence to overturn on the field what the call was. Did they have enough here?
hear it.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out.
He's out.
Baltimore will lose their challenge for the remainder of the game.
Duran with a really nice play to get him from that left field line. That'll be out number 2. Runner at third.
I wonder what they saw. They think it was on him throughout that whole tag. You know, honestly, when you start replaying, it takes that long. Like, you can't see it right away. You don't overturn it. We move on and play baseball.
Yes, totally. Tavares, the batter. That's bounced up there, knocked down by Narvaez. So Basayo with a base hit, cut down at second. That's 16 hits though for Baltimore.
I think that one got Narvi pretty good. Visconti, home plate umpire, is going to give him a little bit of time to recover.
Two out, one on, and a ground ball at short. Story with a backhander and gets it. So despite a couple of hits, no runs in that inning. 9-3 at the end of 6. Red Sox baseball on NESN's brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love, it's what makes Subaru Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock, Honda and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. Back in Baltimore, Charm City. Big night for the Birds. First meeting of the year with the Red Sox. They're on top 9-3. And Baltimore will go back to the bullpen. The veteran Andrew Kittredge to take over in the 7th.
Yeah, making his first appearance just off the IL for the Orioles. A little right shoulder inflammation. Had some rehab outings in the minors. Split time with them and Chicago Cubs last year. Been around a while.
Yeah, 36 years old. Carlos Narvaez 1 for 2 tonight. Takes a strike. 9 runs, 16 hits for Baltimore, no errors. For the Red Sox, 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Story of this game has been Baltimore home runs. They have hit 6 of them. 5 came off Brian Bayo. That was in his 3 1/3.
Offensively, you want to kind of keep going here and put a couple runs up. It's the first time you haven't given up a run to the Orioles all game long in that 6th.
Jaron Duran on deck. And a fly ball into right center field, slashing over Beavers to make the play. 1 gone. Top of the order, Duran next. And you wonder about tomorrow with the noontime start. Will Roman Anthony be back in the lineup? He has missed the last 3 games with the back problem.
Yeah, that early game may keep him out for another one. But I mean, a long time now with that back.
Red Sox went 8-5 against the Orioles last year, including a 4-game sweep here in August.
Part of that playoff appearance last year was what you did in the East, 32-20. You know, you just got swept by the Yankees in their first chance to play the American League East. Down big in this one. It's the Orioles' first time they're playing an American League East team, so you got to be good at home and you got to be good in your division.
Red Sox were both of those things in 2025, trying to recapture some of that. But you got to swing the bats. You got to pitch a lot better than the Red Sox did tonight in a starting capacity. High bounder, backing up the first baseman. Alonso feeds the pitcher, foot race, and Kittredge at 36 gets there in time, and 2 down.
Kittredge doing a nice job getting down there. He knows Duran's going to bust down there. Really nice play by Alonso, too, to feed him. Catch him in stride.
Quiet night so far for Ceddanne Rafaela, 0 for 3. Nobody aboard, 2 down. Man, a ball. And Kittredge, the second man out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he was doing a nice job in the bottom of the order, showing a little bit more patience. Had lead off in that one game, went 0 for 4, now in the 2-hole. Sitting here really 1 for 10 in that spot. Some guys are just different, right? They're comfortable down in the area. They come up, they feel like they got to be something different, maybe. Those are the pitches right there. The at-bat should be over, right? When he's going well, too. When guys are going well, that little hanging breaking ball up, middle of the plate. That's hit hard somewhere. On to the next hitter.
Right-hander with a 1-2. Even up now on Ceddanne. Masataka Yoshida does not have a hit tonight. He's on deck. 2, 3, 4 in the Red Sox lineup, all hitless tonight. And then a 2-2 from Kittredge. And a full count. He'll spoil that one to hang in. Guardians leading Toronto 8-6. They're in the 7th inning. Red Sox heading for Toronto after this series is over to take on the American League champions. 3-2 again. He gets a piece of it.
Good battle. Good at bat here by Ceddanne. Fell behind early in the count. Again, looking for positives. That's really all you can do. Got to get something to carry over to tomorrow.
9th pitch of the at bat here. He goes up the middle. Backhanded by Jackson. One hopper got him. Very smooth play by the second baseman. And the Red Sox are retired in order in the 7th inning. Our Ford.com/local call to the bullpen. This will be Ryan Watson. Another appearance for the right-hander. He'll get 8, 9, and 1.
Yeah, 12th appearance of the year. And that leads this baseball team out of that bullpen. And you know, Watson's kind of a long guy, not a high leverage guy. I don't say the fact that he's leading your team in appearances tells you a little bit.
It does, quite a bit. Kobe Mayo will lead it off. He's hit a nice night with a single and a home run. One of 6 home runs by Baltimore in front of 26,776 tonight. Mayo with his 3rd home run of the week. Grinds that to the right side. It'll be Meyer up and over and one away.
Well, if you're looking for something positive, Obi, I can say defensively this team has played better.
Yes.
Talking about pitching and defense, it goes together. The defense has been better the last couple of weeks. Just you're not getting the pitching with it. You're not getting the offense with it.
Jeremiah Jackson here. He's gone 0 for 3. I'd say in particular the outfield defense has actually been outstanding, and it's gone largely unnoticed because of the losses and the offense and the talk about the pitching and everything else, which is all justified. But like even a play that Jaron Duran just made to gun a man out eventually at second base, and in center field, Cedar Rafaela made an amazing play the other night against Giancarlo Stanton. Wilyer Abreu's made some terrific plays. Even tonight he's made some excellent plays.
I think Wilyer actually had one yesterday, and that ground ball he kind of kicked. And it almost seems like his errors are on ground, balls on the ground. Maybe overcharge it, charges it like his hair's on fire sometimes.
That one bites Narvaez. He's taken a couple of knocks here the last 2 innings.
He has. Guessing he probably have tomorrow morning off, that noon start. Probably good to give that to Connor Wong.
But, Contreras has been so steady.
Contreras has been fantastic, and Caleb Durbin offensively, it has been a struggle, but it hasn't affected his defense at all. He's played a really good third base. That one got right on the foot. Now you're a catcher. You wear that. You're down 9-3. Tough start to the season. You get a foul ball off your foot.
You just have to suck it up. Popped up. Right side, Marcelo Meyer wants to take it. 2 down. A strong play to game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
This is how this one started. Second pitch into the game. 0-1, little cutter in. Gunnar Henderson, number 8 on the year, got the Orioles up 1-0. They went on to lead 4-0 after that first inning, but a little sign of more to come with that second pitch of the game.
He's added a single. He's 2 for 4. So he's starting to warm up.
That's what I mean about April numbers. We had the discussion before. Average goes up and down. Those home runs and RBIs are in the bank. Right? Earlier he was hitting 180, but now 8 home runs, 16 RBIs. The average will climb. Well, mid-May you'll look at it and say, wow, what a great start Gunnar Henderson is off to. He's got 10, 12 homers already and 25 RBIs.
Well, he's one of the guys in our lineup to kind of book 30 home runs. I know he only hit 17 last year. It was a weird year. But 8 already.
That's why he's in the leadoff spot. It's baseball in 2026. Cora talks about it all the time. And Roman up there, he saw what Mookie did. He saw what George Springer did from the very first hitter. To be up 1-0. Gunnar Henderson showed that here tonight. You better lock in on pitch 1.
2-2 hammered into right field. His third hit tonight. He is 3 for 5. And it comes with 2 down in the 7th.
Looks like a cutter hard at the plate. Another one up. A lot of balls up in the zone here from Red Sox pitchers. Most of that coming from Bayo with that sinker. Doesn't play up. He couldn't get the ball down. That cutter was up middle of the plate.
17 Baltimore hits and brings up Ward. He has 3 of them. Red Sox pitching after striking out 17 last night. Struck out only 3 tonight. Runner on at first. And that's outside. Last out of the 7th inning. He'll take a strike. Ward, big RBI man for the Angels last year. Drove in 103. They bat him in the 2 spot at the moment. And a full count. He walked his last time up.
We got Thunder out of the gate. Thanks to Gunnar a couple years back, 37 homer. This guy 36 last year. Rutschman looks like he's turned the clock back 2-3 years ago. 2 tonight. And of course, you got Alonso hitting 4th.
Well, you got O'Neill on the bench tonight, but Basayo's a home run threat. So is Kobe Mayo. You got some other guys who are banged up right now. More help coming. 3-2. And a liner to right down for a base hit. Rutschman, I should say Henderson in second. And Ward has had a big night with 4 hits, 4 for 4.
Hey, for a guy that hit 228 last year with 36 homers and a strikeout rate almost 27%. He looks like a hitter now. He's got a walk and 4 singles, using the whole field.
And now Adley Rutschman, 2 home runs. He's driven in 5 runs this evening. 2 on and 2 out. 18 Baltimore hits and counting.
One of the comments Crochet made after that Minnesota start where he gave up 10-11 runs there in the inning and 2/3. Game 1 of the series, he just kind of made a lineup really confident and comfortable in game 1. I mean, you're going in tomorrow with Crochet. You got 18 hits, 9 runs. You got some guys comfy up there tonight. We're talking about the Red Sox needing a night like this, right? This amount of getting 18 hits, 9 runs, and you can breathe a little bit. You come in the next morning and you're feeling good about yourself. You can't wait to hit. You got a lineup right now in Baltimore that can't wait to hit tomorrow.
This is a season high hits allowed for the Red Sox pitching staff at 18.
I know they're facing that guy. I don't know if they're that excited, but they're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, what are their discussions in their hitters meetings about facing this version of Garrett Crochet, knowing how great he has been, but has not been this year?
Oh, like we've seen before, when he controls that outer third to righties, right? Arm side, outer half, that's when he's tough. If he doesn't have that control, you kind of look in and look to pull that ball left center for the righties.
Knocked into left field. Another hit for Rutschman. Here comes another run. The throw from Duran. They allow it to come in, but the run will score. Adley Rutschman with a 6 RBI game. His 3rd hit. And Baltimore hits double figures, 10-3. And ties his career high for RBIs in the game.
It's a curveball down. Rutschman does a nice job. And again, just hitting, right? You hang it in or half soft to him, he's going to hit out of the ballpark. You keep it down and away, he stays on it and drives it the other way. Just good hitting.
Sends up Pete Alonso, 1 for 4 with a base hit. Everybody hitting for the Birds, 19 hits. And in for a strike. Ward at second, Rutschman on at first. Ground ball yanked to third. Durbin. Double pump onto first base in time there to retire the side. But they do get another run. It's 10-3 Baltimore.
Make a donation to the Red Sox Foundation. Receive an exclusive Red Sox Foundation cooler bag and a ticket to the game on May 7th. You can learn more at redsox.com/charitybags.
Out of the 8th inning, 10-3 Baltimore here in the first meeting of the year between these two. Masataka Yoshida will lead it off. New pitcher Cameron Foster with a sky-high ERA of 9.82.
Yeah, he's allowed at least 2 hits and a walk in each of his first 3 outings here.
Masa in need of a hit. He's 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and popped up to third. Baltimore 19 hits. Red Sox with 7.
Good little cutter there. Big arm, 97. Little slider in that cutter.
And a base hit into right field. Yoshida leading off the 8th with a knock. In front of Wilson Contreras. A couple of guys here in need of hits, and Wilson in particular, he struck out all 3 times tonight.
Yeah, he's looked uncomfortable really all night long. Kind of timing has been off. Just that in between, right out in front of breaking balls, behind fastballs.
0 for his last 13. Batting averages dipped down to 241.
Some nights you just don't see it. That first slider is one thing, right? Because you'd be sitting dead red. That one there way out of the zone.
Abreu on deck. His home run and a double tonight. And that's going to be in there. Strike 3. Long night for Contreras. He strikes out for the 4th time. 1 away.
Yeah, this one looks off the plate here. And again, 0-2. That is off. And this a couple times now. Contreras sort of just taken. Not worth challenging. I mean, it's the 8th inning. You haven't lost one. You got 2 left. Buy yourself another pitch.
Well, your ground ball skipping off the hill. Out there. On to first and out there. Double play to retire the side. And is all for the Red Sox in the 8th inning. Orioles coming up here in the bottom of the 8th at Camden Yards with a 10-3 lead. And Dylan Beavers has been a part of that with 3 hits. Gunnar Henderson has 3. Adley Rutschman has 3, and this is a catcher challenge.
The call is confirmed.
Careful, kind of
Boston
snake
has
bitten.
1 challenge remaining.
I mean, there's been a few point, 1/10 of an inch. That one just below the zone. He's still got 1 left. I mean, it's the 8th inning. Why not?
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Swinging a high deep drive but foul. Beavers looking for his 2nd home run tonight.
And you know that Oriole dugout too. They're looking for 1 more hit. 19 hits in the game, 10 runs.
Got 4 runs in the 1st inning. They jump Brian Bayo for 3 first inning home runs. Hit another one off him in the 3rd.
Well, the walks have killed them. You know, in the bad outings today, it was only walked 1 guy, but it was more about location in the zone. Everything was up and hit really hard.
Slap to the right side. Marcelo Meyer. 1 away. Statcast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Yeah, this was the outing here. Only 3 in the 3rd. He gave up 5 home runs. You see that exit velocity? 11 hard hit balls. 5 homers. 3 in the 3rd. It was a rough one here for Brian Bayo in Baltimore, and really, this offense really can't afford something like that. This one was over early.
Basayo part of that with a double, a home run, and a single. I've noticed Alex Cora's post-game comments getting shorter and shorter lately. Only so much he can say.
Well, I mean, when you're going into the year, if you had told me one part of this team would be, you know, bottom third in MLB, you would probably think maybe the offense, maybe get off to a slow start. You wouldn't think it'd be the rotation.
No. Which is ranked number 25 in ERA in Major League Baseball before tonight.
I was going to say, that's before this game. You just tacked on another 8 earnings in 3 1/3. I mean, Peyton Tolley had a big role in even getting it to that point last night. Are you 27th now? Maybe are you 28th in the league in starter rotation? You're going into the year with Crochet and Sonny Gray, Ranger Suarez, Conley Early, Brian Bayo. Bayo had a 3.25 last year. That's got to be the biggest surprise for me. I know a lot of people questioning, wondering what the offense was going to be, but you felt good about this pitching staff every 5th night.
Another base hit, so that's 20. 4th hit tonight for Basayo.
Let's check out Bayo's pitching arsenal presented by New England Area Audi Dealers. And again, heavy sinker usage. Team can hit sinkers, just didn't locate really many of them. And I'm really curious about this 4-seam fastball. I mean, on average this year, he's used it 2%. Last year it was 15%. He picked his spots. He elevated. Kind of played some changeup sinkers off of it. Just kind of put it in his pocket this year so far.
Last year felt like a big step forward for him. This one's a big step back so far. Still only April, but ugly one tonight. Taveras feels like he is left out of the party. Does not have a hit. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. 20 hits for Baltimore. 6 home runs. First 4-hit game of Basayo's career. He's at first.
Yeah, Jackson, the other one in this lineup without a hit, and really these two guys in the bottom third, Taveras and Jackson, have been outstanding for them this year. Taveras came in 327, Jackson 295 with 19 RBIs. I mean, they're the only two without a hit.
So you go back to opening day. Crochet gets the wins. Red Sox win in Cincinnati 3-0. Didn't score a lot of runs, but got exceptional pitching against a good team too. On the road, you figure, well, that's how the Red Sox are going to win games, right? That's the template right there, right out of the gate. They have seldom duplicated that since opening day.
He came back, lost one in extra innings. Conley Early gave you a really good start, 2-0. It was a 3-run homer. And Suarez that beat you. You're thinking, okay, a couple games you could have won that first series. Maybe let him slip, but move on to the next one.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Taveras. 2 away. Mayo next. He has one of their homers. Tonight, a game that felt like it was over right away. Red Sox were down 4-0 after an inning, 5-1 after 2, 6-1 after 3, 8-1 after 4. Yesterday, Red Sox were able to hang in for a big chunk of the game because of the marvelous performance by Peyton Tolley. Different story tonight. I guess in the end, a loss is a loss, and Red Sox about to fall again and drop to 9-17.
Keep talking about it. Turn the page, go to bed, wake up, come in here and grind. Some early BP, try to find it, try to watch film. And just hope that tomorrow's the day. Not easy on these guys. I mean, I get it. It's not fun. Fans watching. Promise. When I tell you, these guys take it harder.
No, it sure isn't fun for them. And they're wearing it. That's in there for strike 3. And that will retire the side. That wraps up 8. Orioles 10, Red Sox 3. Time for our game summary presented by Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. Short night for Bayo again. 3 1/3, 8 earned runs, touched up for 13 hits. Rutschman has driven in 6 runs, couple of home runs for the Oriole catcher. It's been all Baltimore tonight. Foster stays on to pitch the 9th. Alexander, their new shortstop, as he replaces Henderson. Red Sox allowing 20 hits for the first time in a couple of years here tonight. Trevor Story 1 for 2 with a base hit and a walk. Seen a lot of that this year. A lot of coaching and counseling by Alex Cora of Cedon.
Well, you got third real full season of St. Don, kind of going through it first time. Abreu, you got Narvaez his second year. Durbin less than a year service time. Meyer as well.
Up the middle, base hit. Second hit tonight for Trevor Story. And he's aboard to start the 9th inning as we toss it down to Jemai.
Well, Dave, after an outing like this, the conversation now shifting to what Garrett Crochet can do tomorrow. And I was talking with Andrew Bailey on how he thought that he lost his way in the 5th. He said what you said, Lou. He said it gets back to count leverage. It's a race to 2 strikes, and when you fall behind, it doesn't matter who you are in this game. He looked electric from the 1st into the 5th, and then he struggled to command those at bats. But he feels like he's in a really good spot right now and has put in the work this week. The question is, how does that pay off?
I expect him to go out there and dominate the lineup. Garrett Crochet, forget about Minnesota. Last outing he just lost it there in that 5th inning. We'll see what it looks like, but
yeah, I mean, I think it's a reasonable assumption. There is, however, that a little bit of that I'm not really sure right now which version of him is going to come out. And as you said in his last start, that's odd to have that thought. Which Garrett Crochet, because he's been so darn good. And a base hit to right field. Meyer's second hit. And it moves up Trevor Story. Red Sox back-to-back hits in the 9th.
You get something you haven't seen in a while, right? Abreu with 2 hits, Story with 2 hits, Meyer with 2 hits. Durbin and Narvi each got 1 each, get a couple hits each. You're getting back to those conversations with Cora and Narvaez. You have a lot of kids. This team's been young now for 3 or 4 years. And, you know, when you insert Meyer and Roman from day 1 and Durbin, all these guys less than a year of service time. That's the 3 more technically, some inexperienced guys. And when you start a year like this, there's a lot of looking around, right? And you have to be that guy to, hey, let's just keep working and talk them through it.
2 on and none out in the 9th. Durbin was able to hold up there. Caleb tonight with a base hit, infield single. He's gone 1 for 3.
A lot of ground balls from Caleb. Don't get the ball in the air. I know he doesn't drive the ball much, but he's at 65% ground ball rate. 3 of them today. Got a knockout of 1 of them, but you really don't want to make a living hitting the ground ball 65% of the time. Those line drives out there.
Story at second, Meyer on at first. Red Sox have 10 hits to 20 for Baltimore. And Foster home with ball 4. So the bases are loaded. With Narvaez striding up to hit, he's gone 1 for 3.
You mentioned this kid making his 4th appearance has really had some struggles, right, with base runners. Last couple outings got touched up for a couple each. Some walks, some hits. Had a quick 8th, but trouble here.
So Rico Garcia about to start throwing in their bullpen. So Red Sox have them all filled up. Story at third, Meyer at second. Durbin just took a walk. He's at first. And 2 strikes on Carlos. Jarren Duran on deck. So Narvaez trying to fight back in this count. And a block by the catcher Rutschman.
Well, 10 hits in this one for the Sox. We did that once in that 7-game homestand. We had 13 total versus the Yankees in 3 games.
Fouled away. Colorado beat the Mets 4-3. It's been a disaster for the Mets. Couldn't enjoy their 2-game winning streak very long. Here's the 1-2. And a high fly ball into right. Not terribly deep. Beavers coming in. Trevor Story to tag and head on back. Good throw. Throw down to second. Gonna get him. Marcelo Meyer. That should never happen.
Just trying to do too much. Can't do it. Shallow fly ball to right field. Story took 5 or 6 hard steps. But you're on second base. There's really, even if the throw goes to the plate, there's no reason for you to get over to third base. You know, you're down so much here in this ball game right now. Story holds up, but Meyer, you can see him going to third like he was convinced that Story was going to try to score. He gets picked off here. So he's watching Story. He's going to tag up.
Durbin runs down to second base to get into scoring position. That winds up a double play. So 2 down in the 9th. Jarren Duran tonight 1 for 4 with a base hit. Two down, 9th inning, 10-3 Baltimore. And Duran will pop this one up. So the Red Sox come to Baltimore for the first time, and they drop this one tonight. This one fell over early, 10-3, as the Red Sox fall to 9-17.
And now 0-4 in this division as well. But you mentioned really over early. You're looking for Bayo to kind of come out and give you an effort, get some ground balls. Didn't get one at all in the first inning. Give up 3 home runs, put you in the hole. 3 1/3 again for the second time this year from Brian Bayo. Gives up 13 hits. And some guys in this lineup got 2 hits. Hopefully it carries over tomorrow. You hand the ball off to Crochet.
Hey, stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC Lenny and Matt Barnes break it all down. Plus, you'll hear from Alex Cora and Brian Bayo. That and more coming up after the break.